Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of our summer brain gain pre-algebra course. Thursday we left off with one-step equations, so today we're going to talk about two-step equations. So let's talk about parts of an equation first. So if you would like, you may stop the video right now and write down the title and then draw that box. Also write down parts of an equation because this is going to be our first thing that I talk about. And then I'll review one-step equations and then add in more notes. So let's talk about parts of an equation. So what parts do we have? Well, we have this number, which is called a coefficient. This is the number that is multiplied by the variable. So we talked about the variable. Okay, so a coefficient is the number multiplied by the variable. A variable is the letter. And then over here, this is called our constant. And then obviously, if you remember the number on the other side of the equal sign, well, that is the answer. So we have coefficient, variable, and constant. So now let's review one-step equations. So we talked about inverse operations on Thursday. So to solve a one-step equation, we isolate the variable. So that means we get the variable alone. That's another word for this fancy word isolate. And by doing that, how do we get the variable alone? Well, we use the inverse or opposite operations and we unwrap the problem. So we talked about wrapping the problem, which is when someone gives you a problem and then you are the person that unwraps it. Now let's talk about solving two-step equations. What color do I want to use? I'm going to use red for this one. So to solve two-step equations, our first step is to use add or subtract, okay, to remove the constant. So we want to get rid of the constant, which is this number right here. The standalone number is the constant. We want to remove this first. That's our first step. So after we've done that, we're going to do our second step. And that is to use multiply or divide to remove the, and then we're going to remove the coefficient. And that is the number that is next to the variable. So we have to multiply or divide. So a tip, if I give you a problem that actually has a fraction in it, okay, if the dividing by a fraction, you are actually going to multiply by the reciprocal. Do you remember what a reciprocal is? Well, I'll tell you. A reciprocal, okay? So if you have a fraction that is 1/3, the reciprocal, okay, is 3/1. That is a reciprocal. Okay, there you have it. Those are our notes for today. So I'm going to upload this video and then I'm going to do a couple practice problems for you.